Hello, my name is Edgar, aka CanadaMan, and the new map is now out. The long-awaited new map, Pearl, is now out. But more importantly, it is now on valoplant, which means I can actually play around with it and come up with some strats and lineups and stuff. And that's what this video is about. I'm going to be going over what I think is the best lineup to run, the best way to attack, and the best way to defend. Mostly just the defaults on attacking and defending. So let's get into it. So firstly, I'm going to be talking about the best lineup that I can think of that you should use on Pearl, and obviously 100% is Viper. Now, not all of these are going to be like you 100% need them, but Viper is one where you 100% need a Viper. If you need a smoke, and the best smoke on this map is Viper. Now, in my opinion, on this map you do need two smokes. I'm pretty sure in lower elos like where I am, you don't need two smokes because nobody's gonna know how to play them in the first place, and nobody's gonna know how to they're just going to do the same thing. They're just going to rush in no matter if there's a smoke or not. But if you take my advice and do take a second smoke, I would say either Astra or Omen. I'm going to say Astra for this. Now for the initiator role, I would say either between Fade, KO, or Sky. Now I'm going to choose KO for this just because I know my friends and my lineup, the people I play with, we don't play Fade. So I'm just going to pick KO for me, but just know between Fade, KO, and Sky, there isn't really a wrong answer. And the next agent for this lineup is Killjoy or KJ. As you'll see when we come to the default defending setup that I have, she is really important. She is incredible. Her flank watch potential is not the best on this map because you do have to be closer to it, but you just have to learn how to play around that and it'll be fine. Now for the fifth, you might be expecting a duelist, like maybe Jet or even Neon or Raze, but no, I think this is one of the maps where you can get away with a no duelist comp. Like I've seen, especially in pro play, Icebox and Ascent are two maps where I see a lot of times no duelist played, just because of how important it is to have like a Sage or two initiators, two sentinels, so it's up to you where you're comfortable, but I think no duelist with the chamber I think is the best lineup. But if you do want a duelist, I would say go either Raze or Neon. Jet isn't really that strong on this map. This isn't really a Jet map. I'd say this is more of a Neon or a Raze map if you do want to go duelist, but again, I think it's best for these five to be the lineup for you to choose. Okay, so let's talk about defense first. I'm not going to put any utility down right away. I'm just going to show you where each agent will go for me. And Chamber will be going on B over here. Killjoy will be going on A over here. A good thing about having two Sentinels is that we can leave these guys by themselves. They will be the solo on site. And the reason I am comfortable having two solo site holders is because of how important mid is. So that's where these the three remaining agents come in, and you have Viper over here and Astra and KO over here. Because while mid is very important, there are two chokeholds right here and right here. They're very tiny, and like if you try to push in, if they try to push you as the defender, they're pretty much like dead if they're not using the proper utility and whatnot. That's why I think KO and Astra especially, because Astra can, like, if she needs help smoking A, like if Killjoy needs help, Astra can just smoke A while helping in defending mid. KO obviously has his knife to stop the attacker's utility, as well as his ult. And the reason I'm comfortable having Viper alone on this side of mid is because of her wall. At the beginning of the round, before the walls drop, because if you don't know, the walls are like around here, I believe, somewhere in this area. So as Viper, you can at the start of the round place your wall and do that. So as you can see, there it comes and blocks that little doorway that the attackers need to come split through B. And if you know Viper, then you know that they get a little bit of decay damage as they go through. So so the wall plus a Viper molly as they're trying to push through, I think is very, very, very strong, especially watching this little area here. And this wall also helps Chamber. Now, like I said, the walls for the start of the round are in this area here. So it is pretty easy for Chamber to just sneak up and place his trip at the thing here, at this tower or structure, whatever. And then he can also, at the beginning of the round, place his first TP there. and then place a second TP over here, and then he comes and places it, takes a gunfight, gets one or as many as he can get, then TP's back here and holds from either heaven or comes back to hall. But that wall there will be very important for Chamber, for getting better positioning, or for just getting closer up and taking them by even more of a surprise than he already is. Now, like I said, with Astra, she can smoke A, so she can really just, you know, help KJ out by smoking here, or if they do have to retreat off of mid, you know, she can smoke here too to even help even further if, you know, she has to fall back. For KO, I don't really have any like lineups or anything. Just, you know, defend it, use their knife here. If they're pushing in, you can knife here, I guess, or if they're pushing you, knife like this wall, and it'll, you know. But KJ is set up. Put the turret here. There's like a little corner, like a brick wall. I don't know if you've watched streams of streamers and YouTubers playtesting it, or whoever has the PBE. There's like a little corner here. You can put the turret, and it'll watch both here and there. Now, since it's watching main mostly, you can put your alarm bot by this box here, just in case they are coming through here. And one of your mollies can go here, just outside of the smoke, and the other one on the alarm bot. So if they do get caught by the alarm bot, you can just, you know, set it off, or once they come out of the smoke, the turret goes off, you can just press it. And Killjoy can play either back here, back here, back here, wherever she wants to play that is in safety. And obviously KJ's ult is massive. She can basically just take control of the entire map if she wanted to. So yeah, that's the my defensive default for Pearl. So let's get into the attacking side. Okay, so starting off with an A default that I have constructed is you have 3 going mid, so you have Chamber and KO and Astra going mid, and all 3 of them are going to be, you know, taking control of mid. Obviously that means fighting the person over here and the people over here, whoever you know, decides to go there. Like I said, this is an A default, so the 3 of them push in through here any way that they can. Obviously KO using his flashes, Astra using a stun or a suck to get them out of position, and then you push through here. Now from here, one of these 3 should lurk through their spawn, whether that's Astra or Chamber. I think would be the best 2 to lurk, because, you know, obviously you need KO to execute on a site, but one of the 3 comes through and goes through their spawn, or comes through and goes to here to catch any of them off guard that are trying to flank through here. Now Viper and KJ will both come through here and just wait for the execute, or they can just watch flank for, you know, waiting for it, just taking control. Taking control of A main is the most important part of Viper and KJ's job here. Now for utility, I think Chamber, his trip would be best used for once they take here, I guess, and placing it here just in case you get defender flanking through here, or maybe even at the beginning of the round putting it like over here once they take mid, or even putting it here would be good to help watch these twos flank. But the reason I think that, you know, putting it here would be best because you have KJ, and KJ's alarm bot, she can put it like right here on this corner. If you put it like here and you guys take main, you guys can get, you know, just hold main, and that'll tell you early enough that someone is coming to flank. So yeah, I Chamber trip here, KJ flank here, alarm bot here, and then yeah, you take mid, and then 2 come through here, then you execute on the site, whether that's the KO knife into this corner here, or back here, or whatever. I think this would probably be the best to get there. You know, KO flashes high, or it flashes what I think this is called brick, I think. Could be wrong. But yeah, that's the A default that I came up with. And here's a more clear, I guess, without me talking, here's like a diagram of what I mean. Chamber is replaced with Neon here, but I made this before. I made this video kind of just before I came up with the lineups. But like I said, you can even play Neon. I just personally, I would think Chamber is better than Neon, better than a duelist anyways. So take my lineup or this lineup, but just this is the picture, the diagram, I guess, of what I'm trying to say. Obviously minus the utility. Okay, now moving on to the B default, and it's the same 3 going mid and the same 2 going main. The main difference is instead of all 3 of you starting off here, even in the first one, you can have 1 starting here. It'd probably be better. So anyways, yeah, you take mid, the 3 of you come together here. You know, you obviously have to fight everywhere, you know. All of this is basically after you take control of mid, right? You don't just walk into mid unless you're unless they're shit and they're not protecting or defending anything. Obviously, you take mid and then you do this. Anyways, yeah, you use your utility, your knife, your flashes, whatever, to come through here. And basically, it's the same thing, right? Your Astra, your KO, and your Chamber, one of which lurks through here and goes to their spawn. My hand is ass. And then the other two come through here and help with the execute, one of which has to be KO, by the way, so it's either Chamber or Astra lurking. And then Viper and KJ, this is where a really good Viper setup is. Where's Viper? There we go. You come and you wall about here. You can either wall like this or like here and just wall across this. And there's also a lineup where you can get the poison cloud or the orb right here. And this basically just helps Astra and KJ push in. What the fuck is my hand? What the hell was that? You know, they come in, take the orb, and then are able to push through halls and take halls, while the three here come and collapse onto site, get heaven, while the lurker comes and gets heaven, while these two come and, you know, that's basically it. And here's another diagram of what I'm talking about. Again, I made this before, so there's neon and there's no utility on it, but that is basically the basic premise of, I guess, what I am talking about. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Follow my TikTok now and subscribe. Bye.